Alors aujourd'hui on va faire un petit live sur The Council. Donc c'est un jeu à épisode pour ceux qui seraient intéressés. Apparemment ça parle d'une histoire française que beaucoup de gens devraient connaître. Malheureusement le jeu est en anglais. C'est une boîte, enfin une production française, donc un petit studio indépendant français qu'on fait le jeu et tout, mais le jeu est en anglais. C'est normal, hein, il faut qu'ils vendent le maximum de jeux. À l'international, il faut qu'ils vendent le maximum de copies, donc ils sont un petit peu obligés de le faire en anglais. Alors, on va commencer dans 2 minutes, le temps que je fasse 2-3 petits réglages. Voilà. Alors, il faut que j'aille ici, que je prenne en compte. Voilà, voilà. Et voilà, là, on va y go. Voilà, voilà. Salut Vince, ça va la forme? Hop, on va se mettre sur le chat. Donc alors, appuyez sur option pour entrer dans le manoir. Si j'ai pas envie d'appuyer sur option. Merci, merci Vince, c'est gentil. Ah bah c'est cool alors si tu vas bien, c'est le principal. Hop, petit clope, et un égo. Alors, option. Alors, sauvegarde 1, cet emplacement de sauvegarde est vide et vous pouvez commencer une nouvelle partie. Jouer, sauvegarder. Ah oui, d'accord, ça bouge carrément. Ah, graphiquement, il est pas dégueu. Hein. Sauvegarde 1, 2 et 3. D'accord, on peut faire 3 sauvegardes en tout. Ça, c'est bon à savoir. Compte téléchargeable, ok, oui, ça c'est pour télécharger les épisodes. Les autres épisodes, mais je les ai déjà fait. Alors, option. Ouais, pourquoi je peux pas baisser? Je peux augmenter, mais je peux pas baisser. Ça se baissera automatiquement? Non. Non. Ok, voilà. Ok, d'accord, ça diminue automatiquement. Et pour augmenter, je fais comment? Ouais. Je voudrais bien augmenter aussi, ce serait bien. Salut, Romu. Comment est-ce que je dois faire pour augmenter? Ouais, ok. Ah voilà, ok, d'accord, il faut cliquer dans la barre en fait. On va mettre à 60 la musique, ce serait déjà bien. Les voix, on va les mettre assez fort. Au niveau des effets, ça on peut le laisser à 80, ouais, c'est bon. Ah, c'est le volume principal, ça en fait. Attends, ça on va mettre ça là. La musique, on va la mettre à genre 70, ce serait déjà bien. Activer les sous-titres. Là, je pense qu'on est bon. Alors, contrôle et crédit. Contrôle. Sensibilité de la caméra. Ça va, ça a l'air d'aller. Je vais peut-être augmenter un petit peu là quand même. Ah oui, c'est vraiment... Voilà, 60, ça a l'air... Ouais, c'est un peu mieux. L'axe, on peut le laisser comme ça c'est bon. Les crédits, ça, on s'en fout. Alors, nouvelle partie. Ben, on est parti. Découverte du manoir. Donc ça se passe bien en France. Ça va, graphiquement, il est pas dégueu.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk. You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into. Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Borchert! Von Borchert!
Hmm?
Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Oh! Oh!
Ah ouais. Trophée obtenu. Les risques du métier. Ouais, il s'est fait découper la gueule.
God's sake, Louis. I told you to let me do it. Let me see.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Borchert case?
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive. How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me. You're much more important than you can ever imagine. Let's go now.
Alors, utiliser un élixir d'or pour... j'ai pas le temps de lire. Ok. Ah, et donc là on est en 1993. Donc à l'époque Napoléon quoi. Focus Home. On dirait voir un petit peu ce qu'ils ont fait, tiens. Et Big Bad aussi. Un bag plutôt. Bad. Big Bad.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Bertrand's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The Mad One.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to what one may be able to imagine, it was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Horn.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Horn, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Raison personnelle. Ouais, on va prendre raison personnelle.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
And you, Duchess? You seem to be quite accustomed to things here. Am I right?
I do not think that one can ever get accustomed to what Lord Mortimer prepares for his guests. But you are right. This is not the first time I've been on this wharf.
If you've come back again, I imagine you must find it to be of some interest.
Here, everything is possible if you make the right choices. It really is up to you whether you leave better off or not.
Please excuse me if you find me overly curious, young man. I did not mean to cause you any embarrassment. Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I had known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Are you all right?
Ah, ça a pas l'air d'aller, hein. Des flashbacks.
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah.
Wow.
No one's going to find it.
Ah ouais, carrément le bras coupé quoi. À la main.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right.
T'as dire un zombie la
Just
meuf.
one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, sir. Don't. No. No! You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay.
Ok.
Hugh.
Louis, are you alright? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly.
Am I going crazy or what?
Alors.
Real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Pour contrôler la caméra, utiliser l'objectif pour dépasser le personnage, remonter vers le manoir. Ok. On va aller fouiller un peu avant. Pièces de collection, d'accord, on a des trucs à choper. C'est vachement sombre.
Louis, during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Ah oui, on a carrément des compétences et tout. Alors, compétences, politique... Vision, ouais. Occulte... Pourrait être sympa ça. Ou détective. Alors, occulte, l'occultisme. Connaissance en sciences. Il y en a, ok. Détective, oui, bon, ça on se doute bien de ce que c'est. On va prendre occulte. Alors, le niveau 2, il faut 1750 points d'expérience. Ah, de toute façon, il y aura, à mon avis, je dois améliorer un petit peu tout. Ici, on a amélioré ça, c'est quoi ça? Conviction. On a 3 points. Et là, c'est occulte, je suppose. Et là, c'est logique. Exercer l'esprit de logique, ouais. D'accord. On va déjà monter celui-là. Ça c'est quoi ici? Diversion, ouais, ça peut être sympa aussi. Ici, qu'est-ce qu'on a? C'est sympa. Ok. Ah oui, d'accord, on a même une map et tout. Extérieur. Deuxième trophée, occultisme amateur, ok. Donc au niveau des personnages, des talents... Ah, il y a quand même un joli arc à améliorer et tout, putain. Il est plutôt complet. Donc là on a la carte, le journal, ouais. Emily Louis. Au niveau de l'inventaire, alors qu'est-ce qu'on a dans l'inventaire? On a... Ah d'accord, il récupère carrément tout, hein. Il a même récupéré le mouchoir. Et l'invitation. D'accord.
Involved in all sorts of unsolved cases. Have you ever heard of the Abbey of Hexham?
Vaguely.
An ingenious scam involving mass manipulation on a scale never seen before.
There was a cavern under the abbey, wasn't there?
Exactly. The wind would blow in through spouts, creating a terrifying howling sound. So, to stop the howling, the priests called for offerings from the peasants.
And if they brought enough money, I'm guessing the priest stopped the howling. A perfect trick to fool simple souls.
Admit it, Duchess. That story kept you in suspense, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I'm delighted to find out that you were the young and brilliant French investigator.
For someone who only remembers the case vaguely, your memories are very clear.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
Pas le moindre du monde, désolé. Non, je me souviens pas de toi du tout.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years in London?
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
In the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I'm so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Alors, opportunité validée maintenant. Découvrir des détails cachés. Sélectionner les éléments. Bon, pas de point d'effort. Pour y avoir accès, ok.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Putain, il y en a des trucs. Personnalité propre. Vulnérable, ouais. Ouais, dans le journal, ok. Ok.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you...
Alors, Emily. Voilà, c'est une duchesse anglaise proche de la couronne. Très discrète, voilà, c'est les origines du Billy, blablabla. Donc elle est plutôt logique, ouais. Putain, ce putain de Token Drift, il m'emmerde. Je peux pas descendre dans le menu? Non? Non, on peut pas. Ok. Les talents, la force, tout ça. Calculateur, ouais. Athlète. Ambassadeur carrément quoi. Initié, ah ouais, putain il y a quand même pas mal de trucs. En manipulation, ouais. Ouais, bah ça va.
Do you know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Alors, talent, vous êtes des talents réalisant certaines actions. Pensez à garder leurs conditions de déblocage et leurs effets contiennent des améliorations. Très intéressant, blablabla, retrouver le machin. Oh, ok. On est où là? De la gelée royale.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Il y a un truc bleu là, je peux le prendre ça ou pas? Non?
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Ah d'accord, c'est pour restaurer les points d'effort, ouais. Et on peut les consommer en prenant... Ouais, ok, d'accord. Et ça, c'est quoi? Élixir d'or. Ah oui, c'est ça qui m'a dit de tout à l'heure. D'accord, ça peut guérir les... Ok. Quoi, il pète un plomb. La croix de Malte. Déverrouiller temporairement les... Unité vulnérable. Effectuer un choix de dialogue. Ok. D'accord. On va les refouiller un peu là parce que comme j'ai pas pu fouiller là avant. Non, là c'est bon, on y a été tout à l'heure. Ok, les points bleus apparemment c'est des reflets. C'est juste des reflets à la con. Ouais, c'est bien ça. C'est des reflets de merde. Sinon il n'y a pas moyen de faire ainsi. Voilà. Il peut courir, donc ça c'est cool.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir.
Battez-vous, toi, ton
You
masque.
must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Non, on va d'abord demander qui est le...
I have an appointment with
Lord.
Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor. Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holm?
A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Alors, compétences. Vos compétences vous donnent accès à des choix. Ouais, des actions uniques, blablabla. Ouais, ça j'ai lu tout à l'heure. Des points, des points, on s'en fout. Retrouver les compétences dans l'onglet personnalisé. Enfin, dans l'onglet personnage du menu. Ok.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing there. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Alors... Laissez-moi le mouchoir, vous allez me remettre le mouchoir, difficulté 0. Bien passons. Ah, on va prendre plutôt... Attends. Disponible. Conviction niveau 1. On va plutôt prendre la manipulation.
Pass me the handkerchief.
But sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Are you refusing to give...
Putain, mais c'est chiant, il faut à chaque fois d'aller dans le truc là. Non, c'est pas conviction, éthique. Bah, éthique est plutôt politique, sauf pour l'instant, non. Subterfuge, science. Ici, logique. Agilité, ça peut être intéressant.
My own mother's personal belongings? Even though she was greatly looking forward to meeting your master, she's gone missing. And you seem incapable of finding her.
Oh, but sir, please.
And to top it all off, you refuse to give me the handkerchief that she so often let me use? Do I deserve such little consideration in your eyes? Is that what you wish me to report to your master?
No, certainly not, sir. Please forgive me, sir. I have been such an idiot. Here you are.
It is
Voilà.
indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is.
Il a récupéré le mouchoir.
What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Appuyez sur R2 pour avancer plus vite, personnage découvert. Ouais, ok. Mais je voudrais bien essayer de repasser par là quand même.
Wooden floorboard.
Oui, oui, ça va, ça va. C'est le dernier examiné. Interroger sur la provenance. Ah, ça, je peux pas le débloquer maintenant, ok.
Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course, but it still would have been fine if it weren't smashed.
Salut grand pot.
Probably comes from this part of the wharf. The wood is slightly eaten away, of course.
Ouais, je peux rien faire d'autre pour
Still would
l'instant.
have been
Ok.
fine if it weren't smashed.
Il me faut le point compétence pour pouvoir faire le reste. Putain, il est complexe le jeu. Attends. Voilà, c'est ici. Là, j'ai pas de point pour le remettre dedans. Ok. Bon, bah, on va s'éloigner pour l'instant. Comment il va, grand pot? Ça va tranquille? Passez une bonne journée? Bah, ça c'est fermé, ça, tu devrais étonner. Ouvrir la grille.
Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed.
Ok, pas de soucis, merci. Crocher la serrure ou s'éloigner? Crocher la serrure. Ah, ça je peux par contre. Eh ben allons-y. Hein.
There we are.
Ah ouais, d'accord, ça me bouffe des points en bas en fait. Ah ouais, carrément quoi.
Hamburger.
Un fragment d'ambre, ouais. Là il y a un truc.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Examiner ça je peux pas.
It's unusable. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
Ça, il peut rien examiner pour l'instant, c'est chiant. C'est chiant. Comme mon avis, il faudra soit refaire le jeu une deuxième fois avec les compétences améliorées, ou alors on va peut-être pouvoir revenir sur les sur ces pas. Ça serait sympa aussi. RÉSEAUX, salut. Déjà on dit bonjour, hein, qu'on est poli, hein, un minimum. Et de deux, c'est pas là il fait ta pub. Hein.
But it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear Mother, and quickly too.
Chercher plus d'indices ou remonter vers le manoir. Bon, on va continuer à chercher les indices. Hein. Ça va bouffer 3 points de compétences pour ouvrir. Alors, est-ce qu'elle était la planche ici? Ah ouais, donc je peux pas retourner sur la planche, ok. Ok, bah c'est cool. Alors attends, on va regarder un peu dans le journal. Inventaire, non. Si. Non, c'est pas l'inventaire. C'est où le truc? Le quai. Ouais, extérieur. Attends, c'est quoi ça? Ouais, ok. D'accord, bah je pense qu'on a fait le tour ici. Ouais, je peux toujours pas l'examiner avec ça, j'ai pas les compétences. Ok. Ça va être chaud par contre, les compétences à la con là.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Retirer la planche, je vais examiner. On va déjà examiner pour commencer.
Recently. It looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here. Ah, shit! It's not coming up. I'll never manage it barehanded. I need something to lever it with.
Ok, on va essayer de voir s'il y a un truc dans le coin pour la faire sauter.
Ah, shit! It's not coming up.
Alors il a trouvé quoi là? Un livre. Mouchoir, ça c'est l'invitation. Puis il y a une pièce de collection. Un fragment d'ambre. Ah oui, donc il m'en faut 4 pour récupérer un point de... un point d'effort, ok. La jolie, ça c'est pour mettre de la force. Restaurer 2 points d'effort. Ah, attends, je crois que j'ai trouvé comment je dois faire. Ok.
Ah, shit!
Non, même avec les points d'effort, t'y arrives pas?
I'll never manage it barehanded. I need something to lever it with.
Ok. Bon, on va s'éloigner, on va essayer de voir un peu. Là-bas. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas un truc qui pourrait me servir? Bah oui, genre la rame, voilà. Non, putain, la rame est plus grande que moi, limite. Putain, mais c'est méga sombre, tu vois rien du tout. apparemment il n'y a rien. Est-ce qu'ici il y aurait quelque chose?
Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Ah ben voilà.
It's like a bar
Oula.
from a gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Now, to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
On va prendre
This
la
might just
barre,
come in
hein.
handy.
Avec ça on va pouvoir soulever la plaque, la planche.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
J'ai un petit peu les refouiller là aussi. Tant qu'à faire.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Et là il y a que deux, on l'a regardé tout à l'heure. Ah ça maintenant on peut. Ah ok.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
Tout à l'heure je pouvais pas y aller. Examiner les lettres une par une, s'éloigner, chercher un indice. Ça je ne peux pas.
Let's look.
Examiner d'autres lettres, monsieur.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
Je ne comprends pas cette langue parce qu'il n'a pas encore la compétence.
I haven't the slightest idea what it says. It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. The address is 50 Bedford Square, London. Probably a Dutchman.
Ce nom me parle. Regardez l'adresse de l'envoyeur.
Samuel Ritter d'Auchois. Mother, you test me even when you're not here. It's an anagram of Louis Moras de Riche. You wanted to write to me then. Let's see what's inside this letter. So,
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Riche.
what is your game here, Mother? What are these strange turns of phrase? I've never heard you speak like that. What's going on here? That you write to me under a pen name, okay. But here you go even further, by trying to avoid raising any suspicions should anyone else read it. I wonder if Godoy is the person you came looking for. Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Ouais, là je peux pas.
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Ok. On continue à examiner les autres lettres.
Let's look. The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the order sent some envoys there. The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Ouais, ça on l'a vu tantôt.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address.
Ok.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican. Apparently this letter is meant for Pope Pius VI, born Giovanni Braschi. I wonder which one of these people was influential enough to write to the Pope in person.
Ok. Bon, retournons à la plaque.
A lantern. Nothing special.
Bon, bah y'a que dalle, ok.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother used to read passages from it to me all the time. And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. Crying out loud. What's happened to you, Mother? Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. Shit, those are definitely Mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap, some oils, and a powder puff. What does all this mean? The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. And judging by its consistency, it's the same type of powder that I found earlier. This just gets better and better. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's still firm. And the bread's a bit stale. And the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days. An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it. Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all I've noticed. But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me. At least I hope so.
Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili quantile produncia mundus orgatum.
Classique, qu'est-ce qu'il a?
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree. How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Ouais. Ça, c'est de la porte.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you?
Oh, le
You
cardinal
see,
des
your
couilles.
mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Well, thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the de Ricci's word with the same fervor.
I would expect nothing less. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Alors, confirmation dernière étape pour convaincre.
Your Eminence, that's just not possible for me.
Why is that?
I've always had a Cartesian mind, and I won't make false promises. I respect you too much for that. I spend my time trying to find logical and reasonable answers to problems which...
Consommer un... Ah ouais, carrément.
at first glance may seem supernatural. I'm not saying I don't believe in God as a concept. I just don't believe in the God of your sacred texts. And I don't want to lie to you.
Even though your answer does shock me, my son, I shall only hear your honesty. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Leach.
Ok. C'est où que je peux mettre le point? Ou ça se met automatiquement? Science... Certifige d'état... Conviction, éthique... politique... Je comprends pas le truc ici.
Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all her convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Alors, éléments cachés, de nombreux objets sont cachés. D'accord. Bon, bah, on va fouiller.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men.
Feuilleté, ouais, bah, on va le prendre direct, hein. Ça ira plus vite. Hein. Ça, c'est fait.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't.
It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Alors, je vais le temps là-dessus.
Good evening, my friend.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apology.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a
Merde,
light meal
putain.
is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must
Regardez un
obey
mail.
my calls. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful.
Putain, il y a vraiment une tête de cul, hein.
Much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or closer.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Could my mother have had a problem with someone during her stay here?
No, not at all. Your mother has always been charming company, and everyone got on very well with her.
Not even a servant?
Certainly not.
Everyone gets on well with the famous Sara de Ricci, right?
No!
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
It's just a dizzy spell. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Her heart rate is already becoming more stable.
Wow, poor girl's had her hands tattooed. I've seen these pinnacles before in old occult books from the end of the 12th century. I don't know what that young woman's trying to protect herself from, but she definitely takes it seriously.
I'm so sorry.
Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. The seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay, my mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Opportunité, mais j'avais pas dit ça.
I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works
Mais
of art.
opportunité manquée, mais ça fait comment les opportunités,
I
bordel?
find it all a little megalomaniacal.
Putain.
But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
So, who was that?
Putain, quel truc.
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come.
Bah, on les voit même pas les opportunités, putain.
She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very well.
Bah, on voit même pas où elles sont, putain.
The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
On voit même pas où elles sont les opportunités, comment veux-tu que je les trouve Je suis bien gentil, moi, les gars, mais bon. Faut se calmer. Attends. Et là, pourquoi est-ce que je n'arrive pas à augmenter ça alors que j'ai débloqué des trucs? Ouais.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Ouais, bah avant, on va explorer un peu parce que...
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ça, on ira voir après.
Duke Manuel Godoy. Huh, that's me.
A ruble.
Monsignor, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
The sesterce. Honey, the remedy of the gods.
President George Washington.
Ouais, franchement, graphiquement, ouais, il est sympa. Hein. Au niveau des décors et tout, ouais, franchement, ils ont bien assuré, quoi.
Monsieur Johann van Wunder.
Ah, une croix de Malte. Ça, c'est intéressant. Là, par contre, il n'y a pas d'indication.
Monsieur Johann van Wunder.
Ouais, donc là, moi, je pense que ce serait celle-là. Comme il n'y a pas d'indic. On va acheter de fouiller. C'est le manoir, ça c'est de la baraque, hein. Putain. Si il devait faire les ménages, c'est ta poulet qui t'aide de payer, hein, parce que putain. Ah, des elixirs d'or, ça c'est cool.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Des pages d'encyclopédie. Hein.
Decorum guide.
Ça va, c'est la fête.
Sur Jacques Perru.
L'accent anglais avec le petit accent français là, c'est bien. Tapez-le.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ok, là je crois qu'on a fait le tour. On va aller faire un tour en bas. Pourquoi je peux pas y aller? Tu rigoles quoi? Putain. Ah d'accord, quand t'as un trait comme ça tu peux pas rentrer. Donc ça c'est pas ma chambre.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Ah ouais, c'est la chambre de Napoléon, c'est imbécile. Non. Là on peut pas descendre non plus. Non, on peut pas y aller non plus. T'es allé où mon chambre, bordel? C'est pas là non plus. Ah, voilà. On a trouvé la chambre.
Right.
T'as la chambre sur la tête de mon appart, quoi.
Do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ouais, on va ouvrir la lettre. Ouvrir sans décacheter. Ah oui. Ouais.
So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Piaggi wasn't lying. Wow, nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Ouais, comme tu dis, c'est la tête de mon salon limite, enfin tout l'appart. Tout l'étage du bas. Putain, laisse tomber quoi. Et c'est pas, les autres sont quand même vachement longs, donc c'est cool.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his sun. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. St. Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. golden elixir.
Ouais, même les extérieurs, franchement, ils sont bien faits. Avec les jeux d'ombre et tout, il est pas mal du tout. Putain, même le balcon, il fait 400 mètres. Ah, ça de l'eau, ça c'est très rare en plus, ça. Donc ça c'est cool. Ah bah je vais pas aller là, parce qu'il va y dormir. Pas de bol. Putain le pieu, quand tu peux dormir à 5 là-dedans. Faites de beaux rêves, ok, trophée débloqué. Épisode 1. Réussir, rater, alternative, ok. Ah d'accord, il faut que j'achève les épisodes pour obtenir les points compétences. D'accord. Ok, d'accord. Bon, je peux pas... Objet trouvé 800 points, ah quand même. Objectif rempli 1500 points, ok. Donc c'est ici que je peux améliorer alors une fois que j'aurai les points, d'accord. Donc il faut que j'achève les épisodes, enfin les... Ouais, les épisodes. D'accord. Je vais déjà me remettre un point à celui-là. La politique, ça la bon, enfin quoique, ça peut être important. Conviction. Ouais, ça c'est très important. Voilà. Équiper, retirer. Inscrit. Certains bonus, ok.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be found today. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned out any results.
Not yet, no. But we put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late. And we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, come, take a seat, my friend.
Mhm. Alors, personnage. Stylé. Bonaparte.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Ouais.
I'm coming.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, dear Monsieur de Richet,
Oui, c'est bon, j'arrive. J'arrive. Laisse-moi juste fouiller un peu la pièce.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly. Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve. There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
Ben voilà.
A French Réséaux de Richet to be given to her son. Oh, I should probably take it.
Voilà à quoi servait la clé.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Attends, on va d'abord aller voir un peu l'inventaire. Alors, les gravures, là j'en ai 1 sur 3. Ouais, faut que je rassemble toutes les pages, ok. Ça on s'en fout, c'est pas ça. Pièces de collection, on en a 9. Pochoir, ouais. Là c'est les manuscrits et là c'est les objets, je suppose. Objets de narration, ok. disait tout à l'heure, ok, fiable, occulte, ok.
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
No, not in the least.
Merde, putain, j'ai
Is
pas le temps de
something
répondre.
wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories. Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me. According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry. Louis, you're straying from your objective. A drachma.
D'accord, tu peux carrément t'asseoir dans le fauteuil. Ah, ça c'est encore de la flotte là, la flotte magique.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Guard. You should do something, my son.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Who do you think you are?
Alors, chemin multiple, il existe plusieurs chemins pour atteindre vos objectifs. Il peut être bon de réfléchir avant de vous engager. Ok.
Give me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No!
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
Look, you dumbass! Are you deaf? She said she was sorry.
Call me that again.
Leave her alone.
Are you looking for a slap, Sonny?
Ça n'a pas fait grand chose.
No! Leave him alone! Stop it!
Ni agité, ouais, bah tu m'étonnes. Ouais, je sens que sur celui-là, je vais galérer pour avoir la platine. Alors, bon, on a 4 points de compétence. Manipulation. Ça, on va continuer, ouais. Ici, c'est occulte. Alors ici, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Logique. Salut Volder. Ça va la forme? Subterfuge, ouais. On valide ça, ça serait déjà bon pour l'instant. Bah le pauvre, à la fin du jeu, il va être complètement puceté. Le nez à moitié éclaté, maintenant c'est sur un œil, putain, il va pas rester grand chose de perso. Hein. Et ça en a pris une bonne quand même.
Bastard caught me dead to rights.
Liam, you have failed me. I don't know what you were doing, but Elizabeth returned much too soon. Any earlier, and I would have been caught. I didn't get time to search through everything, but I did manage to find what I was looking for. The young lady really is John Adams' daughter. Signed, George Washington.
Well done, Lee. The President of the United States asked for your assistance and you screwed up? Mother finds out I get the feeling I'll never hear the end of it. Not for a few years, anyway. Now, what was I going to do last night? Ah, yes.
Ouais. Ça sent bon, hein. C'est pas mon tour.
Before I got it. Maybe she left something behind that will help me find her.
Ah, vos lectures, encyclopédie, dans blablabla, blabla, un point compétence, silence, ouais. Ouais, je vais faire quoi avec ça? Convention entre les hommes, ouais. Les vies parallèles. Un point de compétence en sciences. En culte. Un point compétence en conviction. On va prendre en culte. Ouais. Ouais, avec une demoiselle, ce serait bien, ouais. Là, ce serait pas un petit caprice, hein. Ce serait un gros.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Ouais, je peux aller me redormir, non. On peut aller redormir maintenant, il va à peine se lever. Là, je vais aller acheter de fouiller d'or. Là, on est 5 cowboys. Salut. Mon ordi, lequel? Le vieux ou le nouveau? Ou l'ancien? Bon, là, il n'y a rien à faire, donc on peut s'éloigner. Putain, mais ça, c'est du balcon. Oh la vache. Je veux le même chez moi. Ah, attends, il m'a indiqué un truc, mais je l'ai pas vu. Bah, j'ai mon vieux, hein, que je suis en train de refaire.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Parce que j'ai la carte graphique à pester, écarter, examiner l'arbuste, mais ça me prend 2 points quand même. Allez, on va l'examiner.
Someone's picked some lemons. I'd be surprised if my mother didn't help herself to a few. She was always going on about the surprising properties of lemons. Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate.
Ouais, bah, ça on l'a examiné, donc ça on s'en fout. Donc bientôt on pourra reprendre les live Twitch. D'accord, et les balcons ils sont séparés par un truc. Ok. On va d'abord aller par là. Je vais fouiller tout. Ça on a vu. Une bouteille on peut pas la prendre. Ah, attends, il y a un truc. Là aussi. Bah c'est bon ça.
This room looks unoccupied. This room looks unoccupied.
Bah oui, bah c'est bien, c'est bien occupé. Vas-y, rentre. C'est ma chambre ça. Ouais. Des montages, je fais quasiment pas de montage. Puis les 3/4 des vidéos qui sont sur la chaîne, elles sont déjà montées. Hein. Je les ai montées avec l'ordi.
Writing material.
Inspecter ou laisser? Allez, on va inspecter quand même, on sait jamais.
From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like linen. That's odd.
Ok.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse.
Ouais, ça on s'en fout. S'il te plaît, ça on s'en fout pour l'instant. Ok, on va aller voir l'autre pièce.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Je sais pas. Il paraît que oui, il paraît que non. Puis comme on dit, il y a toujours un commencement et une fin quelque part, donc...
This bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order. Barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with... Instead, an old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a limit to hide the message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Oui, bah une lampe.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Ok, bon app. Merci d'être passé. Moi, je vais plus trop traîner trop non plus, quoi. Il faudrait que je trouve un truc pour... Ah, ben ça. Ah oui, bah oui, de la cendre. Pourquoi pas. Prendre de la cendre et évaluer l'utilité de la cendre. Non. On va juste prendre de la cendre. On sait que c'est ça. Parce que les points, ça coûte cher.
Damn, I'm making a serious mess here. It's no good. Might have worked if the writing had left marks in the paper, but no. There's only traces of lemon. Luckily, I've only put ash on part of the message.
D'accord, donc la cendre ça va pas marcher. Donc il faudrait... Ah bah oui, bah si, je sais quoi, imbécile, putain. Je suis trop con. Je suis trop con, ce qui est le citronnier.
A priest's robe, crosses. Must be Piaggi's room. Look, markings on the floor. Just worn out.
Ouais, c'est une bibliothèque magique. Mais d'abord, on va examiner les livres.
That wasn't it. Not to mention I covered half the page with lemon juice. Great. Louis. Lemon's used to write secret messages, not to reveal them. I'll have to try something else.
Quoi, c'est toujours pas le citron? Ah, je suis pas encore assez agile, ok. Donc il faut une lampe. Ah, ou une bougie, peut-être bien, ouais. Ah, ben voilà. L'encre magique. C'est bien, il prend une bougie, il la met dans sa poche. Allumée en plus. Mais balèze. Bon, on va quand même refouiller un peu ici tant que je suis là. Prendre l'encre. Je sais pas quoi ça. Ah oui, ça pourrait me servir plus tard. Je n'avais pas pensé à ça.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Ok, bah c'est bon. Ouais, attends, il y a un truc là. Bon, c'est la pancarte, on s'en fout. Allez, on va révéler le message.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. Damn! The message continues, but thanks to me, the rest of the text is unreadable. Great. I hope it wasn't a unique edition or Mother's gonna kill me. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy. The conversion of Saint Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. The torture of Ixion. Condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voice. Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Bon. Ben, je pense qu'on va rester là pour ce soir. On a quand même bien avancé. Là, j'aurais en profiter pour regarder un petit peu les trophées qu'il y a à faire. Et puis moi aussi, commencer à faire à manger. Bon, allez, rejoins vite fait l'autre en bas, puis ce sera bon. Je peux pas accéder aux chambres. Ah si.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later. That's the door to Elizabeth's room. For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Wesh.
My dear Elizabeth.
Ouais, les documents, ça le lira plus tard.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals. A fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Consommer les cristaux.
Well,
Allez, on va
see what
tester.
it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Épuisé. Ok.
This is Circe. A novel of the initiation of a young woman into June 11th.
Putain, il met dans combien ici? Ah, c'est dommage par contre qu'il n'y a pas de reflet dans le miroir.
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Ouais, je vais juste finir ça ici vite fait là. Et puis on sera bon.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Analyser la note, difficulté occulte, niveau 1. Ouais, on va prendre celui-là.
Hands are bound. A piece of cloth in the mouth prevents the tongue from being sectioned. It looks like preparation for an exorcism. Is Elizabeth really possessed?
Ok. Ah, plus. Et plus dans le bus. Je vais encore fouiller un peu là. Non, ça c'est bon.
I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
J'en ai pris un, ça m'a foutu l'énergie en vrac. Ok. On peut pas y aller. On peut pas y aller. Ok. Et là non plus. Bon, on va essayer de rejoindre le petit salon parce que je sais plus où c'est. Putain, il faudrait limite un plan ici. Hein. J'entends quelqu'un qui est en train de nettoyer quelque chose. J'ai un faux quoi. Ah non, il me semble bien.
Might be better to take a different stairway. That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Bon, on va aller fouiller ça vite fait et puis... Putain, les chambres elles sont... Pouf. C'est tombé quoi, c'est un truc de faux.
Devil's Thorn.
Une croix de Malte, c'est bien ça. Je sais toujours pas à quoi ça sert, je sais plus, mais il en faut.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Allez, j'ai perdu le truc. Génial.
My dearest son. A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier. It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
D'accord, il va falloir que j'augmente un peu l'agilité aussi.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed,
Ah, de l'ambre, ça c'est quoi aussi?
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Attends, est-ce que tu peux la pompe?
my dear Napoleon.
Non. Ok, on est bon. Plus qu'à redescendre en bas. Hop, du écrit. Mais avant, soyons fous. Voilà, bon, on va bientôt arrêter là. Putain, les pièces, elles sont gigantesques. Oh la vache, la gueule qu'elle a, elle.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk.
Monsieur du Richet? Oui.
This about last night?
No, that was just a
T'as vu, on est compatibles, hein, on a le même œil.
Sure, it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
Excusez-moi pour rien.
How's your eye?
Qui va mieux?
I've had worse.
Please accept my apologies. If I'd stepped in sooner, you wouldn't have gotten that.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No, I remember her stare. Cold as
On va utiliser ça aussi.
sadistic hands pressing
Voilà.
on my mouth to silence
Ça, on
me
est pas
while I
fatigué,
screamed
on a
in
plus le
pain.
truc.
I remember her knees too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into
Ici,
me.
on peut récupérer ça. C'est parfait.
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about
Quoi?
you and
Mais
my
comment
mother.
j'ai loupé
Why
l'opportunité?
did she put you through all of that?
J'ai plus le
There
truc
must be
exprès pour
some
l'avoir.
reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
I want to find out what
On va
really
vérifier la vérité.
happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary, you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
C'est bon, ça
I know
passe.
your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Sa mère, sa soeur, son frère. Sa mère.
Your mother, for example.
You mean the woman who left me in the hands of your mother? The woman whose duty it was to give up her
Okay.
life to protect me? I disowned my mother when I turned 13.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned her.
Dernière chance. Son frère.
Don't you have a brother?
I have 3, but not one of them has bothered to help me. Charles and Thomas were kept away from me to make sure I
on s'est
wouldn't
planté.
upset them. As for John, the only time he visited me was to make me swear to never publicly compromise his career.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You're an only son, right?
Does it show?
If you had a brother or sister, you'd know the way blood ties are unbreakable. Except in my family, unfortunately.
Il t'a plus
I've
fait.
got nothing more to say to you.
Bon, bah tant pis, hein, on l'aura la
Figure it out
prochaine fois.
yourself.
Mais elle est vraiment chelou, elle. Hein. Putain. Vraiment, vraiment chelou. Attends, non, pas ça. Ça. Non plus. C'est celui-là alors. Voilà, c'est ça. Et je vais aller voir l'autre.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Pour congé.
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps would like to know something else?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
De l'encre.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
C'est quoi ça, je vais l'entourlouper le volet. Qu'une valeur, voyons.
No point in lying.
On va le voler, allez.
Full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away. That is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir.
No, you're pulling my leg. I don't believe you.
I wouldn't dare to joke with, sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well, then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir. Here.
Wow.
No.
I can hardly believe it.
Merci.
Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What? What amber?
The piece I gave to sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You really ought to look after your things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Well, does sir desire anything else?
Non, c'est assez.
A little
Ouais.
Carmelite
Tant
water
qu'à
would
faire.
do me a lot of good.
Tant qu'à
Could you
faire.
find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Listen, I suffer from terrible migraines, and the voyage by boat has brought on my rheumatism. So, unless you have anything else to alleviate the pain, please give me some quickly. Thank you. Oh, and the one from Bordeaux, right? I prefer it to the one from Paris.
Immediately, sir. Here, I hope sir will get well again quickly. Anything else, sir?
Oui, bah tant qu'à faire.
You
Nos motos.
wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give
On va le
any
plumer jusqu'à l'os.
to any of Lord
Et
Mortimer's
après ça,
guests.
on ira
Some
manger.
guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
3. Pas de panique. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
My good fellow, you're right. One should never mix treatments without the advice of an expert.
Comme ça, en
It
même
so
temps,
happens that I usually make my own golden elixir.
ça
but
augmente tes
I
compétences, donc
haven't
c'est pas
brought
plus
my
mal.
kit with me. Perhaps, in that case, would you fetch a spoonful of ethyl alcohol, ethereal oil, and 10 milliliters of ethanol for me? Along with that, a small quantity of gold, please. Just a few crumbs will suffice.
Ah, I see that sir knows his subject. Therefore, I see no reason why I shouldn't give them to you. I hope that will be enough for you, sir, because I haven't any more.
Thank you. That will be fine.
May I help with anything else, sir?
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against, sir, taking any.
Plus 1, difficulté. Convaincre niveau plus 1.
Don't worry, my good man. I know the effects of Devil's Thorn very well. I've been taking it for years without any adverse effects. I've never had cause to complain. You can believe me.
That is well, sir. Here is sir's herb. What else can I do for you, sir?
Merci, monsieur le serviteur. Grâce à toi, je suis refait. Et on va poser la question sur le manuscrit.
You're hiding in your jacket.
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
Huh. There you are, then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now.
But, sir, Very well, sir. Here you are. May sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well?
T'as les poches Mary Poppins.
Bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Voilà, on l'a plumé, mais vraiment.
Some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Jusqu'à la moelle. Merci serviteur, au revoir. Prends le congé, merci. Au revoir. Là c'est bien, on a bien avancé dans les compétences en plus. Donc ça c'est plutôt cool. Bon, il faut que je trouve le rez-de-chaussée, comme ça je pourrais peut-être une sauvegarde. Et on sera bon. Parce que là je suis au rez-de-chaussée là. Où ce serait? Non, c'est pas ça, c'est les portes. Ah mais je sais pas fouiller en plus ici. Là je peux y aller, je viens après. On va chitouiller un peu ici. Là il y a un truc. Non, ça c'est bon. Ah bah si, oui, j'ai déjà fouillé ici. Ok. Voilà, rejoins le salon comme ça. On a un point de sauvegarde.
What do you want?
If you touch Elizabeth again, I promise, when you get back to Paris, your head will end up on a spike.
Please stop. You're scaring me. I'm a member of the tribunal. You shouldn't threaten me like that.
And I'm a member of the Golden Order, with all the contacts in the Paris press that implies. One word from me, and you'll be headline news. A full page dedicated to your little stay here.
So what? Wipe your ass with it.
Your revolutionary friends are sure to be delighted, reading about your new friendships with all these rich nobles.
Rien, parce que les State of Play là, c'est les jeux indés.
I'm sure they'll congratulate.
Donc c'est tous des jeux indépendants. Donc il n'y a rien de spécial.
You're in no position to
On verra
from anything.
quand ils sortiront.
So you'd better remember what I said.
Là j'étais extrêmement déçu par les Gardiens de la Galaxie sur PS4.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short.
Le jeu est bourré de bugs, mais un truc de fou.
Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night.
Ouais, mais entre celui ce qu'ils disent et ce qu'ils font, tu sais.
Minister of Religious Affairs and close aid of Frederick William II, King.
Mais en next-gen, il n'y a rien. T'es pas au courant que mid-gen, ils ont annoncé, normalement ils avaient annoncé la mid-gen jusque 2023. Hein? Donc partage des deux consoles PS4, PS5 jusque 2023, voire jusque 2024. Et ben ça a été annoncé que ce sera jusque 2025. Donc tu auras des jeux jusque 2025 partagés sur les deux consoles.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table.
I am delighted to.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well. Surprisingly, no Volner.
Ah, enfin, j'en ai réussi une. Putain, c'est chaud les opportunités.
Former Freemason and great lever of alchemy. And look at Piaggi fawning over him. I really do have a problem digesting political protocol.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is... be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, but London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing at...
Ouais, pour l'instant, Sony, ils sont en train de faire du stock de PS5.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Et il y a des trucs cachés en fait, tu vois les petits points lumineux. Toi, l'opportunité là je l'ai raté. Et tu dois les trouver, comme ça tu peux avoir des dialogues supplémentaires. Mais c'est pas évident à trouver. Hein. Et puis le mec là que j'incarne, il a des capacités spéciales. Comme l'occulte. Il peut voir par exemple si quelqu'un est malade plus facilement qu'une personne normale et ainsi de suite. Et ça tu débloques ça au fur et à mesure que tu avances.
And the last time we drank, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the work.
Ouais, graphiquement, franchement, il est pas mal. Hein. Pour un jeu indépendant français, à part des petits clippings de temps en temps, toi, l'oreille par exemple, toi. Pour un jeu indépendant, franchement, il est pas mal. Studio français, c'est pour ça que le... Toi, j'ai raté l'opportunité encore, je le vois pas, hein, putain. C'est chaud à crever, ça. C'est pour ça que quand il parle anglais, toi, il y a un accent, français. Qu'est-ce qu'il m'y pense? Non. Ah,
Many believe he is the real leader of Prussia. A charming man, but with an iron fist and a velvet glove. I also know he's famous for his love of the hunt, in all its forms.
Là c'est Napoléon. Napoléon Bonaparte.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Est-ce que ça se passe dans sa période? Ça je peux pas, mais je peux pas le prendre, dommage. Partager les informations. Rentrer la question et...
What do you think, Captain? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution.
Toi dans le fond, il y a pas mal de clipping, tu regardes les rideaux par exemple, les bougies aussi, tu vois. Voilà, quelques petits bugs, mais bon, c'est un jeu indé donc... Ça on peut leur pardonner, tu vois, les petits studios on peut leur pardonner.
Could we speak in private, please?
Mais des studios, des gros studios comme Activision, Ubisoft, ou ceux qui ont fait les gardiens de la galaxie, Square Enix, c'est pas normal qu'il y ait autant de bugs. Les gardiens de la galaxie sur PS4, c'est bug of the galaxy, hein. Mais vraiment bug de la galaxie, quoi. Sur PS5 il est un peu mieux optimisé, mais bon. Il y a quand même des petits bugs, quoi, toi, pour un jeu soi-disant next-gen ou mid-gen.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Confrontation, lui, je vais pas me planter avec lui parce qu'il y a... Ah, en plus il y a que deux choix. Accepter. J'en sais rien. Tant pis, on va foirer, mais bon, tant pis, je peux pas lui donner les infos. Ah ouais, c'est passé. C'est passé quand même.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful
30 ans l'accent, quoi. Future France, ouais. L'accent français tout foireux. Rétablir la monarchie. Putain, je vois rien les autres. Ah, pour celui-là, si elle passe, ça pourrait m'aider à monter dans les capacités.
Once again, she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend.
Ouais, bah voilà, c'est bon. Allez.
Monsieur de Richer, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future.
Ouais, trophée d'argent, noblesse de l'Empire.
Thank you for your support by offering me this humble little gift.
Ah bah voilà, j'ai récupéré le bouquin, à l'aise.
Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture and please know that I too am delighted to have met you.
Okay.
I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and Sir Holmes for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow.
Opportunité manquée, mais ils sont censés nous afficher avec ça, putain.
Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Là, c'est chaud. Là, j'avoue que le truc avec les opportunités, c'est chaud. Parce qu'il les voit pas bien. Donc là, j'ai raté pas mal de trucs. Hein. Bon, encore un petit trophée. Bon, on a fini le troisième acte de l'épisode 1. Donc sur ce, je vais vous laisser là. Un grand merci pour ceux qui sont passés en tout cas. On va juste aller mettre un petit peu des points de compétence. Manipulation niveau 2. Ouais, ça c'est bien. Alors, éthique. Étiquette, ça on s'en fout. Conviction, ça on s'en fout un peu. Pour l'instant, on va surtout avancer celui-là. Psychologie. Voilà. Et vigilance. Ah, et vigilance, par contre, il est compliqué à avoir lui. Hein. Alors, attends, qu'est-ce que je pourrais améliorer? Occulte. Ouais, ça c'est bon. Celui-ci aussi. Tant qu'à faire. Ouais, par contre, celui-là il est chaud. On va avancer un peu sur l'occulte aussi. La psychologie. Ouais, donc là, 3 points. Là, il y a 4 points. Et ici, il y a 3 points. C'est quoi? La logique. Et ça, c'est... comportement... Ouais, elle va pour celui-là.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Bon, ben voilà, on a avancé un petit peu quand même. Pas autant que j'aurais voulu, mais un petit peu quand même. Alors attends, on va mettre le dernier point compétence, comme ça c'est fait. Les souffrances du jeune Walter, ici c'est quoi? Réflexion sur la révolution. Ouais. Le prince. Les vies parallèles, ouais. En éthique. Ouais, ça c'est critique. Ça c'est le culte, je crois, ouais. Manipulation. La conviction. La politique. Et psychologie. Vas-y. On va prendre un point en politique quand même, parce que comme j'en ai pas beaucoup. On va fouiller un peu la pièce ici. Là je peux parler avec lui, mais pas besoin maintenant. On va juste fouiller un peu les pièces. Tableau, ça on s'en fout. Là il y a un truc.
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world. Devil's Thorn. The rock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Voilà, comme ça, on va récupérer ça.
All right, I've retrieved everything.
Donc ça c'est plutôt cool. Ok. On s'en plus dans le couloir, on sait jamais qu'il y aura des trucs.
Amber crystals.
Ah bah de l'ambre, bah c'est cool ça. Ça c'est plutôt cool. Attends, si je loupe un truc là. Hop, non, voilà. Ouais, je peux pas y aller. Dommage. Ok, bon, on va rester là pour aujourd'hui. Je vais aller checker un peu la pièce là vite fait. Et puis ça sera bon. Donc là on retombe dans le couloir, ok. Donc on va sauvegarder ici. Je sais quand je vais faire un point de sauvegarde automatique. On va aller parler avec le monsieur, avec le cardinal.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Comme ça, on déclenche les cinématiques et ça sauvegarde.
Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Voldner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Non, pas vraiment.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead. What can I do for you?
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, La Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one in any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Ok. Bon, on va rester là. Ah, bah je peux le sauvegarder directement. Et voilà. Donc ça l'a mangé. La gorgogne, c'est bien ça. Ok. On va aller voir un petit peu dans le contenu de téléchargeur, on va voir un petit peu ce qu'il y a. Désolé, ça va couper l'image, hein, mais c'est juste pour voir un petit peu s'il y a des trucs. Non, c'était bien les autres épisodes, ok. Ok, c'était bien les autres épisodes, donc je vais en rester là pour ce soir les amis. Demain on repartira peut-être sur un autre jeu. Peut-être que je continuerai celui-là, je ne sais pas encore, on verra bien demain. Un grand merci à tous ceux qui sont passés en tout cas. Je vous souhaite une très bonne soirée, bon appétit pour ceux qui vont passer à table. Et on se donne rendez-vous demain, demain dans l'après-midi. Ciao ciao.